everybody. Today, Jonko Friday apparently, but that's the juist. Check in Monday. Hey. Voilà, zie. In één keer goed, een andere hoek pakken, dat het lijkt alsof het hier een totaal andere dag is en zo, ander concept. Lichtjes aansteken. Classic, bench met de slechte production. That's a certified classic, they say. Right, zo shit. We gaan niet langer inspanning houden. Let's check the F in, guys. What's up with everybody? I know I'm talking to myself, but that's more than enough for me at the moment. Progress file, let's get it. Ik weet niet of dat we vorige week hebben ingevuld. Ik ga eerlijk zijn, de check-in Mondays zijn een beetje lager pitchen. Maakt ze niet des te... maakt ze daarom niet des te minder. Maar ja, klopt. Vorige week is aan week 19 geweest. Oké. Somehow we are still on track. That's pretty good, if you ask me. Oké, eens zien wat we vorige week hebben gedaan. Hè. Smoken is redelijk stabiel gebleven tegenover vorige week, which is very good. Dus we hebben 1.5, 5.4 en 0.47, dus 1.15. Dat is toch iets meer dan vorige week, maar zeker wel goed, daar niettemin. Ik denk dat deze de real one is. We hebben actually nog eens aan het limiet van sporten gehaald. Of allee, de ondergrens dat we altijd wouden halen, zullen we zeggen. Die we nooit hebben kunnen halen. Of wel kunnen halen, maar niet kunnen blijven behouden. Dus ik denk dat het al even... Ik weet al zelfs niet meer wat de laatste keer is dat ik 3,5 uur in een week gesport had. Dat is echt al bijna een jaar geleden, denk ik. Sheesh. Dat is wel een klein beetje erg, maar kijk. Hier heb ik nog 3,5 staan. Dus zeker nog geen jaar geleden. Nice. Lekker. Dus we hebben nog niet... we hebben opnieuw de streak reset. We hebben vandaag niet gesmoked, dus dat is ook goed. En deze... Op tijd gaan slapen hebben we 4 keer gedaan vorige week. Oef. En mediteren ook 4 keer. Sheesh. En walk, bike ride 3 keer. Dus super goed eigenlijk. Vorige week geweest op dat vlak. Vlak van health natuurlijk. Hè. Chronicles of Bench zijn we nog steeds goed aan het doen. Ja, het is wel een beetje veel editen aan het worden, dus ik denk dat ik het concept een beetje moet versimpelen. Ik weet nog niet hoe dat ik dat ga doen. Misschien gewoon minder recorden of easier edits doen of zoiets. Maar daar ga je iets moeten veranderen, want vandaag heb ik... Ja, ik had gewoon 2 weken geleden 2 verschillende hoeken opgenomen en vandaag probeer ik dit dan te editen en ja, dan moet je de hele tijd alles matchen, timestamps matchen en zo. Dus... I don't know, het was niet de beste dag vandaag, maar dat is eigenlijk van volgende week, dus dat maakt nu niet uit. Oké, dus dat is al goed aan het gaan. Before tomorrow begins, ik denk niet dat we... Hebben we vorige week ingecheckt? Ik denk het niet, hè. We hebben niet ingecheckt. We hebben wel Jonko Friday gedaan. We hebben geen financials upgedate en ook geen random conversation with friends or family gedaan. Dus dat is op zijn best... Hoe hebben we dat hier gewoon gekregen? Oh, whatever. Deze is duidelijk oranje. Netwerken, we gaan wel een beetje Reddit zo doen, denk ik. Gewoon even een beetje see what's up with the peeps. Engage live with people on the streets hebben we niet gedaan, maar... Might change very soon. Keep your eyes open. En watch some fresh content hebben we ook niet echt gedaan, dus... En wacht, deze is van vorige week, dus vorige week hebben we dat allemaal niet gedaan, dus dat moeten we een rode geven dan. Alright. Miscellaneous. Call or hang out with friends or family. Hebben we zeker gedaan. Read or listen book hebben we ook gedaan. We hebben 1984 uitgelezen. Of ja, dat was nog een half uur of zo dat we moesten luisteren, dus... En look on tweedehands for useful stuff hebben we niet gedaan, maar dat is fijn. Unemployment, ja... Honestly, misschien dat ik dat gewoon mag weglaten, die dingen. Reflectie. De week was al wat beter. Nog steeds moeite met editing en het gevoel dat ik sommige fracties niet goed aan het uitwerken ben. Er lijkt toch zo weinig tijd in een dag te zijn. En dan cheeky smiley. Jij mag deze zo laten zien. Nou, dat wil je niet. Oké. Hoe fix ik dat zo dan? Dus de reflectie vorige week was wel een veel betere week al. Wait, dat was 2 weken geleden dat ik me zo kut voelde. Ja, oké, deze week was ook wel op zich niet slecht. Ook wel redelijk goed. Vandaag was gewoon werken, maar ja, dat is dan weer volgende week, dus bon, oké, whatever. Unemployment ga ik toch wel oranje geven. Ik weet dat hier groen staat, maar ja, ik heb niet echt veel zicht op een job die eraan komt, dus dat gaan we toch niet meer als oranje kunnen geven. Misschien dat we dan in één keer een boek hierbij zetten. 1984, die is done. Dus denken, hè, hoe vond ik die? Ik vond die honestly een beetje overvalued, in mijn opinie. Veel mensen vonden dat echt een van de meest legendarische boeken. Ik vond er interessante dingen aan, maar ja, het is ook niet al dat voor mij. Dus ik ga hem 7 op 10 geven. Ik weet dat mensen daar gaan disagreeën met mij, which is fine. That's what life is about, you know. Disagree with people all you want. Nobody actually cares. Waarom als ik die stijl... Nee, maat. Ik wil gewoon 7 over 10. Jongen. Waarom is dat zo moeilijk, maat? Oh, jong. Oké, whatever. Ja, deze gaat dan vooral over indoctrinatie van absurde... Ik zie van grote menigte. Want waarbij verschillende elementen ervoor zorgen dat geen individu durft op te staan. Weinig vertrouwen onder mensen als het als puntje bij paaltje komt. Wat ik ook wel leuk vond, is dat er zo benadrukt werd op hoe dat kleine, simpele momenten, zoals met je familie in de trein kunnen zitten of zo, of zo'n vogeltje aan het fluiten is, hoe dat een grotere impact op een persoon kan hebben dan dat je eigenlijk op dat moment dat realiseert. Ik denk vooral met terugkijken en herbeleven van sommige ervaringen, dat het veel meer iets zegt voor u. Allee, bijvoorbeeld die lach van die mensen in de trein. Die guy had eigenlijk nog nooit mensen zo onbekommerd zien lachen. En die vond dat zo fascinerend. Dat was wel een goed stuk op zich. Om nu te zeggen dat ik echt veel heb geleerd van die boek. Wat zou ik hier nog bij kunnen zetten? Hoe noemt dat? Fake informatie. Of ja, hoe zeg je? Veranderen van narratieven. Takeaways. Het is ook wel moeilijk, zo'n boekbespreking. Veel gelijkenissen met hedendaagse misinformatie, propaganda, technieken. Lijkt een mogelijke piste te zijn waarop we afstreven. Al zie ik het iets positiever. Ik kan men vinden in alle situaties zoals met de eerste. I don't know. Ik weet het niet, mannen. Ik vind het een moeilijke... Ik heb eigenlijk... Misschien moet ik echt harsh zijn. Al vond ik het echt wel een goed boek, maar... I don't know. Ik denk dat ik een 6 op 10 ga moeten geven, mannen. I'm sorry. 6,5. Voilà, nu herkent hij dat wel als een ding. Godverdomme, nee. Godverdomme. Wat gaan we next lezen, hè? Heb ik eigenlijk nog iets staan? Openstaan. Zien wat de volgende is, hè? 4 credits. Twelve Rules for Life, maybe? Misschien een beetje Jordan Peterson. Zie, dan zullen we die starten. Alright, dan gaan we nu nog een beetje redditen. En dan zijn we klaar voor de dag. Hè. Het is wel allemaal goed geweest vandaag. Oké, laten we eens wat nieuwigheden bekijken, hè. Of misschien Rising. Misschien moeten we eens een beetje door de dog shit heen gaan. Alhoewel, dat is hier al direct. Nou, whatever. Let's do new one. Alhoewel. Maar stop. Ik wil zo niet de dog shit. Maar ook niet. Best. Aha. Misschien is deze dat ik wel zoek. Okay, let's do this one. I never used to fear that. Okay. Is it over? We had the new iOS wallpaper always so lame. Boya. Not get out. I'm flunking out of community college. 33 without skills. Is it over? Wasted 2 years. Omega crypto recovery scam. Scammed me out of 20k. Jesus. What helped you guys move on? I haven't talked to anyone in 10 years. What's something that you stopped doing that increased your productivity? I need help cutting down, but I'm scared they'll just force me to quit. Talk too quietly. I really need a job. Just left my friend group, what do I do? Think it's time to give up on life. The worst AI abuser is Anomi AI. I have massive paranoia. 4 days sober, struggling bad, face feels weird. Waar is deze gast? What track is Steph Dead on? Let's build something together. Is it just me or can no one be on time for anything ever? Was fine until today, hurting from a breakup from 7 years ago. Jesus. Yell at me in the comments. Anyone else feels calm after deciding to... What do you do when you feel like you're getting too comfortable? My life has become a constant attempt to escape failure. Why am I so attracted by a problematic woman? I don't know what to do with my life. Dumbest misunderstanding ever. No, honestly, die laatste moet ik niet weten. I don't really care about that. How to be less shy. Is it too much to think that I might as well be productive since I'm having insomnia now? Crypto scam or not clearance fee. Have you ever met someone who has no problems at all in their life? Where do you draw the line with AI and schoolwork? How do I shift my relationship with weed into a more positive one? Alcohol addiction for 2+ years. Gas fees are killing me. I'm confused and scared. What's the root cause of loneliness? Am I a bad person for being upset that I won't get the tips that I worked hard for? kinda sucks. I know, get rid. Today's the first day I've been sober. 26 years old, useless degree, basically no work experience. How not to be a coward as a person with low self-esteem. Meal vouchers are more than enough for my daily groceries, bro. 8 euro per dag. Being a short meal sucks. How to ease a feeling. Alright, let's look. Have you ever met someone who has no problems at all in their life? Quiet song 5395 in the life subreddit. Wealthy, happy family, grew up in a decent household, great health and body, great mental health, socially confident, happy with how they look. Never met such a person. I wonder why. They could be highly educated and wealthy, but they end up marrying the wrong person, or the kids are born with something wrong, or they get cancer, or part of life it's like no matter what you do, always be, but why? Ja. Niet veel op te zeggen, inderdaad. How do I shift my relationship with weed into a more positive one? Alu is Urki in the Petiole subreddit. Ever since I started smoking weed, my consumption has been like a sine curve. There's been phases where I smoked every day and phases where I smoked once a week or so, but none where I didn't smoke at all for more than 1 to 2 weeks. I try to not smoke on work nights, and the day before I need to drive, as even a bit of weed has a big enough impact on my erection for driving to feel unsafe. The past couple of months my consumption got really out of hand. The moment I'm home from work I want to roll a joint. Then 10 minutes later when the high kicks in I spiral into anxiety, guilt and anger because I did it yet again. I'm out of weed now and don't intend on buying more until the week of the solstice. Where is that else? Solstice. Oké, het meest noordelijke. When the sun is farthest from above the Earth equator. Dus wanneer hij het laagste komt, of wat? Nee, wacht. I don't know how to interpret that. Whatever. 2 keer per jaar. I can't bring myself to give smoking up completely and doesn't have positive effects on my mental health, but as with every substance, the dose makes the difference between helpful and harmful. I want to take this break as a chance to reflect on my usage and to figure out a couple of strategies to cope without my first impulse being to smoke a joint. My long-term goal is to be comfortable with running out and not getting more for a couple of weeks or even months. Any advice on how to achieve this, mantras, saying, etc. that helps you? I should probably mention I definitely need therapy, currently in the process of getting the exact wiring of my brain figured out. And once that is done, the diagnostician can direct me to possibly suitable therapists. It's a long process though. You might start with identifying why you use. From there, try to journal early and often how much you're using, what you consumed, how you feel. Try to identify where things fall off and potentially why. If you're feeling anxiety, anger, guilt, you might need to reframe your usage. Small observation, possibly taken too little. If you're smoking joints or anything like that, that's going to be a large dose at once. Maybe get away from that. Tolerance can certainly go up, but it can take fairly little to actually get high. But from there it can be pretty easy to overdo it. Very small joints or taking a single puff and waiting, reassessing after some time passed can be a start. Small bowls from a bong or something can also be good. One hit, try up vape and microdose bowls are king for me, but everyone has preference and taste variability. As far as mantras or that sort, neutral pathways can be powerful and personalization will likely be beneficial. Often the repetition belief is bigger than that saying the fall flat art. Maybe I don't need weed to live my life. Weed is not my enemy, or weed doesn't make me X, Y, Z. You don't have to fully believe it up front. It takes time to develop that pathway. All in all, this is a step, like you said, a long process. Ça va. At my guide. Okay. Breaking cycles, pairing, letting highs often paired with activities and routines. I used to smoke before everything, showering at night, playing games, watching movies. By the time I drank alcohol, I recognized as I got more sober that I can enjoy all these same things while sober. It's not better or worse than doing them high, it's just different. And we would forward, be patient with it. Your brain and body will adjust to doing things sober. Now what will you put you back to daily smoke mode? Yeah, Alex. Conceptually for 3 days your brain's gonna wanna go back to daily smoking really badly. You should come to expect this. Make a plan for when this craving strikes and do your best to resume your moderation schedule. Adopt good habits. It's easy to slip into bad habits when you don't have good habits or routines. This is why importance of following cannot be understated in one's sober's life. I still, for the most part, adhere to my schedule of not only smoking a couple days a week. 2 years out from codifying this method. My main goal in any given week is to stay sober Monday to Thursday. That's the big win. I typically smoke on Friday nights after 6 p.m. on Saturdays, starting sometimes in the mid-afternoon. I used to take about 30-45 minutes to smoke, mostly because I enjoy the ritual. I took a chorus, cleaning, laundry when I'm high, then cook a nice meal and play some video games. Sometimes I do, other times I don't, and I try not to beat myself up about it. I make exceptions for 3-day weekends, but I still try to stay sober on a Sunday if I plan on getting high on Monday. I try as hard as I can not to structure my life around my weed usage, but inevitably weed is part of my life routines. Still try to make. I'm a big advocate for dry up vapor as my primary method of getting high. Smoking is objectively harmful and edibles can be too strong. Vaping is fresh, not messy, and delivers crisp and clean highs. I still maintain and weaning myself off daily usage when one of the best decisions in my life, where I was 4 years ago compared to where I am today. It's a night and day difference. Getting high is exhausting, and cultivating a sober life and mind is underrated. Comprehensive. Fallacy. How to not be a coward as a person with low self-esteem. Purple Train self-improvement subreddit. When people say things about me, I can just internalize it so I don't have as much impact, but I can't do the same when people talk about other people and they really annoys me, but I don't have the confidence to stand up and say something. What do you mean? When people say things about me, I can just internalize it. Courage is like habitus, a habit, a virtue. You get it by courageous acts. It's like you learn to swim by swimming. You learn by couraging. You start by doing things that push you a little outside of your comfort zone. It will expand your comfort zone to include those things. Keep repeating this process until you can live in the way that you want to. That's how you build courage. I used to be a domad when I was young, but so much lost communication seemed to add up. I realized that honesty is a gift I can give. I take a breath, speak politely and directly, and leave it up to the recipient as to whether they hear me. Direct, honest speaking is not hard as long as you let go of what people think of you. Remember, most people don't get to hear truth, so you're giving a gift. Vertel ik niet waar ik nog in die Reddit aan het zoeken ben nu. How to ease a feeling of emptiness. Ik heb het gevoel dat alles gewoon terugkomt. How to ease a feeling of emptiness. Every time the school year ends and summer break starts, I get hit with this heavy feeling of emptiness. Every time school year ends and summer break starts, I get hit with this heavy feeling of emptiness. Like here, suddenly nothing to do, nothing to stress about. The days just stretch out endlessly. It doesn't really go away until the new year starts again. It messes up my whole day. So I'm just trying to figure out what causes it and how to get rid of it. It's a common thing that tends to happen when you have all this external structure from school. And suddenly go without that. It can initially feel jarring. Ja, kom er straks bij. Because it causes you to have to rely more on yourself to create your own sense of structure and purpose in life. So in other words, sometimes these thoughts make us more aware of lack of purpose in our lives. You have to sit down with yourself and decide what is important to you in your life in order to figure out what goals and experiences like to focus on during your break. You can even create your own projects for yourself if you want, once you figure out what your passions are. That's actually good. I believe a valid remedy would be to plan ahead and not to plan busy days, spread out things to look forward to. Like every second Thursday, you take a 40-hour trip to a nearby city. Ça va. Life is primarily about doing things you don't want to do until you die. How do most people deal? Mia Garik in Life subreddit. For example, I work 12-hour days. I get up really early, work with strangers, go home, pay for gas, drive, cook, clean, wash dishes, and brush my teeth. On my days off, I do my laundry and responsibilities to complete, such as visits and appointments. When I finally have some time for myself, I don't want to do anything. It appears that whatever pleasure we experience is simply relief, but perhaps all pleasure is relief. I don't know. We are born without our consent, and if we are fortunate, we leave without it. We are... dan Toos. Hey, what's up, man? We are complicit in an economic system that is essentially a blood engine, like ice cream, right? That's excellent, but think about how other people make garbage. We don't want... Bro, wat is hier allemaal aan het zeggen? Where do they have to tether? Our economic system grows from the environment in which it's established. Life feeds on life, and even the ground on which we walk decays. It's only corpses all the way to the ground. I don't know how I can keep doing this. Anytime I'm around people, we appear to be fine. I feel as if I'm taking insane medicines. This thing sucks so much. I hate being alive. This isn't all of us, though. I've always been a work hard, play hard kind of person, even with 2 kids and a wife. You find a boatload of time for fun. When you get sick, you'll I don't know, deze Reddit doesn't hit anymore. Vroeger vond ik het nog leuk, maar alles komt gewoon terug. Zit jij soms op Reddit thuis? I've never used to fear death. Independent pin 2694 in the self subreddit. Never feared death towards the age of 8. At the same time began understanding the concept of death. Highly functional, yet absurdly depressed person. At some point I couldn't remember the last time I was genuinely happy. So perhaps it's not that I can't remember it more than so that I want to. I know the feeling and the pain like a friend that's been with my entire life. I don't know. Does anyone else feel like they're not cut out for life? I'm not just cut out for the shit, but I'm not good enough to function as a normal human being. Ja, same. Maar sinds een jaar of 2 probeer ik gewoon zo mijn gedachten te zeggen op mensen hun problemen, maar mensen hebben veel problemen. I'm not saying that I have the worst than others, it's just not cut out for this. In 1983, I was young and I was stressed out maniac. Work, school, friends, just too hard. My boss at the grocery store gave me a book, The Tao of Po. In the book, there is a concept called Wu Wei, which means not forcing or effortless action. It occurred to me that I had been forcing the issue and simply stopped. I started going about these things with minimum appropriate leverage of force, and all these things start to unfold naturally easy. I can expand on this. I recommend low force or no force approach to life. Which means not for effortless action. It occurred to me that I've been forcing the issue and I simply stopped. I don't know. Klinkt precies of zo dat je nergens van wilt keren en alles is gewoon wat het is. Daar ben ik ook niet helemaal fan van. He dismissed what I said after that I can just move due to circumstance and what I experience in life to make me feel this way. I say all that all the time. I don't think I'm meant for this life. Bro, is iedereen zo gloomy? I think this is constantly. It shouldn't be this difficult just to carve out an existence. Finisher speaking, we're still tribal creatures meant to be hunting, farming, migrating, building, and seeing the same 40 to 100 people. How many of the same people do you see every day now? 10 if you're lucky. How many of those you actually have a meaningful relationship with? We sit with our faces buried in screens, not moving, not able to be productive in meaningful ways. We're too busy or too tired or too far to spend time with people who really matter and bring us joy. No, I don't like this. And now there isn't to live, and it means I need to fix my life. Tried for a long time to make things work, but I felt like I would never be able to achieve a life I enjoyed. I was homeless for a little bit, managed to find a job, and I've been trying to recover since. Then I met someone I felt like we really connected and both enjoyed each other's company. I constantly think about seeing them and looking forward. That is true. Loving somebody does give you purpose in a lot of ways. But the worry I have is that I have almost nothing going for me. I have a car that is several years old and needs repair. I have a lot of debt, almost nothing in my bank account. They have no debt, a decent car, a lot of job prospects, future plans. I can see how much they value financial stability and want to be with them. Wait, what? We're talking about multiple persons? I can see how much they value. Over wie is dat weer aan het babbelen? Anxiety, I have that feeling both them and myself I really like them and would do anything to get myself back on track. I'm just worried I might have to take a second job to get myself in a good spot, but that doing so would mean losing out on time with them and ultimately lead to us not working out. As it stands now, the job I work does not consider me a full-time employee. Who is them? Who is them? Maybe that's the question I should ask. Beetje gloomy maandag evening Redditje. What helped you guys move on? Is there anything that really helped you through it? I feel stuck and just want to move forward, stop thinking about him. It's really hard, let go, and I find myself replaying everything in my mind. Just want to heal and focus on myself again. Is there anything that really helped you through it? Still think about I always come back to the conclusion that we still think about it from time to time, but I always come back to the conclusion that we're better off apart. Not that it was not good, but it was good for who we were then, and we both grew in different directions. Nog iets van advies. Some aspects about myself I didn't want to show or didn't want to show or express, but eventually after breakup I learned how valuable those aspects are to my I don't know. Ik weet niet wat hij iets gaat doen, maar bon. You reply way too late, my guy. Just that much on Reddit, you know. I haven't talked to anyone in 10 years. I don't know what to do with my life. Yeah, whatever. I really need help cutting down, but I'm scared it'll just force me to quit. I get high way too much, basically every day, and it's ruining my life. I struggle so much spending a full 24 hours sober, and I realize I'm just turning to it to escape my shitty life. The issue is I still want to keep using it. I love weed, it's really helpful for me, but only when I use it responsibly. I want to use it every now and then and on the weekends as a treat, like you might have a beer or something. But the thing is, I live in the UK where it's not legal, and I'm scared that if I go to the NHS or whatever and seek addiction treatment, I'll be forced to completely shut it out of my life, or else be refused help and face some kind of criminal charge or something. I'm terrified of this happening, and this makes me think that I'm better off just keeping on as I'm smoking every day. UK folks, is it possible to get help to just cut down, and will they likely make it quit altogether? I'm US based, but I found the case safe to be helpful for this. It's a time limit logbox that will not unlock until the timer runs out. I'm using one to take a week-long tea break that could definitely help alongside any professional help you seek. They should be understanding it. great. You're honest with yourself. Honestly, for me, it was mainly about finding purpose and still trying to keep. Once I've got some goals, it becomes more natural. Then the smoking automatically goes to the background. It's only been a few months ago that, no, it's only been, it's almost, maybe almost a year already. It's almost, I realized one day that smoking weed was not my main. I've successfully moved on from the detrimental that I was feeling. In reality, it was probably one of the few things find your own purpose, my friend. Alright, dat was wel een goeie. I just left my friend group, what do I do? The friend group basically is just some people doing drugs, saying they will stop, and it just is close friends with dealers and gets involved in things I don't want to get involved in. But I just told my closest friend I have that I'm gonna be leaving the group and fix my life. He said he will join me, and I told that I don't think we can hang anymore, at least for a while. And he said he understands, but I'm just really not sure what to do. He don't have any family or other friends to help him out, but I just don't believe him. He said he will quit every time I meet him, and he just never changed. I just need some tips. I'm 17, it's not fun. I don't want to leave him, but I just don't believe he really will leave everybody else and straighten up. Someone just calm me down, please. I know I did the right thing, but it's difficult. Feel some projection here. In my opinion. Philosophy. If I can't do it, others have similar actions. Temporarily do it and to come back to them. Stronger together. And have more to inspire each other. Not inspire, and have the ability to stimulate each other. informatie. Ja, dat is ook alweer. 165 Godfather Social Skills subreddit. I think it's time to give up on life. In general, it feels like my entire life I was just set up to fail. I went to university for computer science, but I had to leave 2 years in because my mom lost her job during the pandemic. I haven't been able to do anything else since then apart from a few freelance graphic design jobs. But combined with the fact I don't have a degree and because jobs in my country are scarce means no one will hire. I was thinking of becoming a teacher because I was very good at math, but I'm in a country, Kenya, even if I get a job as a teacher, I would be paid so little it wouldn't even cover the cost of commuting to work. The only option left for me was to become an international teacher, but I would never get hired due to not being a white Western person. At some point I wanted to be a housewife, but in my country to get married you have to accept being hit, and I don't want that. Okay, she's pretty. How you start Asian with F Kenyan? I don't know. Sorry. How is too broken to function in relationships? Why does everyone have childhood trauma, raised with messed up values, or poor no example of what healthy love is? Why does everyone have an insecure attachment style? Why does most people suck absolute shit at communication or don't bother getting out of their comfort zone to try? Why don't people nowadays care about relationships and are happy to sleep around and use people or date multiple people like love means nothing? I criticize the world and how love is viewed, but I know I'm not a perfect person. All the things I outlined somewhat applies to me too. I love so much, feel so much, I give so much, I care so much. Feel let down by love, blah, blah, blah. It's funny, the trauma wasn't my fault, but now I have to figure out how to fix myself. I have to get myself through life empty of all love and support I'm supposed to get from my caregivers. I can't have or feel fulfilled. I can't find peace because things I've done, experienced at 5, 17, still haunt me. The bow that ties this all together is finding out I'm neurodivergent. Okay, as I'm going through a breakup, all I can worry about is how I'm supposed to have relationships with other human beings, how can I have a good relationship with myself, how can I love again, without it always being painful because I have so many issues. It seems like everyone does too, everyone hears here in this community, people I know in real life, friends, family, blah, blah. I used to think love can fix everything, but I guess not. To love. Badly shaped proteins. see like prions from biology, which are badly shaped proteins that can transform other well-folded proteins into bad ones. Every one of us has some bad ones folded somewhere. It is up to you to love is an expression of that shaping. It does not have to be identical, but rather complementary. Love is an interaction between those shapes. It does not have to be identical, but rather complementary. Alright. Dearapri1 in the self subreddit. Alright. Was fine until today, hurting from a breakup from 7 years ago. Feel so pathetic for writing this. I know I shouldn't feel this way, but I do. I haven't been able to focus over the past couple days. Long distance relationship lasted until 2018. She broke it off with me and I was devastated at the time. It took about 6 months, 1 year to recover and move on. Or so I thought. Until today, we still follow each other on Instagram. I opened Instagram a few days ago and turned out she's visiting my country with her boyfriend of 3 years. She's visiting all places we went to, looking like she's having a great time with him. She's seeing places that I consider to be my backyard, a place that I retreat to when I was getting over her and trying to find a life beyond her. For some pathetic reason, it hurts to see her so close to me. We live an ocean apart and doing all the things we used to talk about doing together. And to top it off, she's road tripping through it all with her boyfriend. Something I always wanted to do with her. Now I know I'm not supposed to think this way. I don't know why this is breaking me. When I got over her, I convinced myself that I could find someone else with whom to make new. Great memories like that. I haven't been able to find someone nice. I've been consistently rejected when putting my best foot forward. So while I'd like to tell myself that I'll eventually find someone new and do all those things with her, the past 8 years have showed me that's not going to happen anytime soon. I think that's what also makes things hard for me. I can't convince myself this time that I'll experience something like that again. Instead, I get to see her on Instagram, just being an hour away from me. Thanks for reading. I just want to bury my head in my hands writing this. Yeah, I think this guy is probably right. If you truly cared about her, you'd be happy for her. Don't dwell in the past. There's a reason the rear view mirror is so small. It's only so you know when you're going to get hit in the ass. Keep looking forward. What do you do when you feel like you're getting too comfortable? I got pretty sick about a month ago and I really worked my body out. I've however picked up the habit of relaxing far too often, pretty much just bumbling around the house. I'd like to be more active and engaged with my life, but I'm struggling to break out of being so comfortable in my life right now. I'd say I have a lot to be grateful for. I'm eating well and debating often, but I'm just relaxing all the time. I wouldn't say I'm at all depressed. I'm actually quite happy and content. But I know my health is taking a toll, and there is definitely a capacity for me to be much happier right now. Any advice? Alright. Just challenge yourself to small things, run 5k or talk to your neighbor. It feels like you need some momentum, and it can only happen by doing small, seemingly irrelevant stuff. Good luck and hope you can get out of this slump, which we all have from time to time. Blissed and gone. Dat ga ik niet lezen. I don't know what to do with my life. 24 female. I'm so lost. I don't know what to do with a job. The idea of working, not knowing what to do at the job or doing bad makes me really anxious. I want to work with people. I need to know what I have to do, and job that needs to maximum 1.5 years to learn. I live in France. I'm losing it. I'm so lost. I quit college because I felt too dumb for it. But I swear I try to do things to go on in life, and all I do as much as I can to find something I love and suits me. Oh gosh, what can I do? It really depends on the income and stability you want everywhere. It's experience or education. If you have got to work it, so you might not need education. It's going to depend on your area. Look for job listings that pay a living wage and see the requirements. In the US we have 2 to 3 year vocationally programs that you can find a job with after. You don't need college, but you probably need some type of education to find a decent paying job. Skills or activities that excite you. A3 in Find a Pet subreddit. Oké, ik denk dat dit wel veel genoeg is voor vandaag. Een beetje gereddit. Ja, ik weet niet of ik dat ga voortdoen, die redditing. Het is allemaal wel leuk, maar misschien zit ik gewoon in de verkeerde subreddits of zo, I don't know. Gevoel dat gewoon altijd hetzelfde dingen terugkomen. Which is kinda normal, I guess. Als je in al die self-help channels zit. Bon ja, oké. We gaan gewoon op tijd gaan slapen vandaag, denk ik. Dat we morgen een goede productieve dag kunnen hebben. Dat we eindelijk een beetje wat meer kunnen werken aan de facties. Want vandaag was een beetje een roemeldagje. Maar ja, we zien wel. Want ja, het is, ik heb veel ideeën altijd, maar ik werk er te weinig uit. Maar bon, ik ben op zich al blij met vorige week. Het was een redelijk goede week geweest. Niet te veel gesmoked, genoeg gesport, buiten geweest. Ik heb al mijn video's gedaan waar ik ook wel trots op ben. Dus dat is allemaal goede shit op zich. Gewoon de resultaten zijn er nog niet. Maar ja, heel normaal is natuurlijk. Ik ben echt nog maar een jaar of 2 bezig met deze shit, dus ik kan niet het gevoel hebben dat ik daar al direct een levenswerk of een vervulling in mijn leven mee kan vinden, maar dat is gewoon how it goes, you know. Je kunt niet, some things take a lot of time. En ik denk dat mijn opa bijvoorbeeld ook nog altijd vragen had aan het einde van zijn leven, dus kunt je heel je leven goed leven, perfect leven en nog altijd het gevoel hebben dat je dingen mist of ontbreekt. Anyway, ik ga pitten. Ik zie jullie guys morgen. Bye bye.